Hello, welcome to the Swans and Cake podcast. This podcast has been made by me, Valine. This will be the start of a new series of talks called This Is Me. And today is episode 1. The title of this episode is called A Conversation About Race, Teaching, and Life. Throughout this podcast, I will show you pictures of my walk around London. I find walking so relaxing. It gives me time to clear my head and really take in London and the wonderful nature. So sit back and relax and come with me. Come for a walk. Hello, my name is Valine. I'm a Black British teacher. Currently, I'm in the UK, but I've lived for almost 3 years in China. People often ask me what it's like being a Black teacher in China, and to be honest, I always struggle to know what to say. In China, the number of expats is smaller than I thought it would be. The number of Black expats is even smaller. This means that sometimes when people see me, I am often the very first Black person that they have ever seen. I'll just say that again so that it can really sink in. I am the first ever Black person that they have ever seen. They would have seen people that looked like me on TV or in books or even in music videos. But I am the first Black person that they have ever seen live. When I first realized this, it made me think about all my interactions. People often remember their first experiences. You remember your first day at school. You remember your first love. And you remember your first heartbreak. In light of this, all of my interactions with people drastically changed. All the interactions that I have with Chinese people in China will affect how they treat the other Black people that they meet. Whenever I meet any new person, whether they're Chinese or not, I try to just be me. I try to just be me, and I try to just be nice. It's still hard for me to really put into words what it's like being a Black teacher in China, or what's it like to be a Black teacher in general. I suppose that label is what people can see. I am Black, I am a teacher, I have lived and worked in China, and I've also loved and lost in China. But is that all that people see? The labels? Do they even see me? When I walk into a school in China, it's not really different to walking into a school in England. Perhaps the people look different, but only perhaps. Perhaps the schools have a different ethos or curriculum, but the core of it, the heart of the schools in China, are the same as the schools in London, and I'm assuming schools all around the world. They're places where children, families, and communities grow, develop, and then change. They're people factories. Well, they're places where we help to change young minds. The young minds that we influence today will change and influence the future. they'll be the new politicians, and they'll be the new leaders. And who are they going to be? When I walk into any school, I see many things. I see parents, I see children, and sadly, very often, I see subtle discrimination. Growing up in London, I suppose, has been a blessing, or perhaps you may see it as a curse. I grew up in a very multicultural, multi-faith, multi-gender, sexuality city. I don't know the labels, but I've grown up not seeing people as labels. I don't say, oh, look, there's my white friend. I don't say, oh, look, there's my black friend. And I don't say, oh, look, there's my Arab friend. I don't say those labels because that's not what I see. I'm not trying to be colorblind or artificial or like hashtag everyone's the same, because we're not. But all I see are my friends. But sadly, the world does not treat us all the same. The world does not see us all the same. And I'm not sure if the world should. Does being equal mean that we should all have the same? What do you think? Whenever I start at a new school, whether I'm in China or in England, the first day always starts with an introduction. When I meet the families, I don't say, hello, I'm Miss Verleen, I'm your black teacher, although clearly that's what I am. I don't say, hello, I'm Miss Verleen, I'm clearly different from you. But people think that. And I don't say, good morning, children, I promise that I'm totally normal. But people subconsciously hope that I am. I've had people say in surprise, you're actually a good teacher, you know. Should I say thanks? I had an appraisal where I was told, you know, you're black, and people really didn't know what to expect. I have to be frank, said the leader. She said, the families were pleasantly surprised that although you are from a very different cultural background, that you're also a wonderful teacher. And it was a compliment. I won't say which school it was at. That doesn't matter. It was a compliment, and I think I should be proud that despite how things look, who I am and how I teach is good. But should that be a surprise? Why do I have to prove who I am? Why can't I just be that? Why should I have to say thanks? What I'm trying to say, although perhaps not so clearly, is that I try my best to just simply be a teacher in China. I'm not trying to be a black young teacher. I'm not trying to be an activist teacher. I'm not trying to be a super multicultural embracing teacher. I'm just trying to be a teacher because that's who I am. And that's what I love doing. I love the families. I love the children. I love learning from them. I teach them, but they also powerfully teach me. They challenge me. Why are we learning about this? And this challenges me. If I can't explain, am I teaching appropriately? Who am I teaching for if it's not for them? Are schools just a facade? Is it all just pretend? I originally planned to share a conversation between myself and another black teacher who is also from the UK and who has also lived in China. We concluded that what is really important isn't the words that you use, but your actions and your intentions. Do you truly believe that Black lives matter? Don't answer that, please. Don't answer that. Instead, show me that. How do your actions make other people feel? Do they laugh at your jokes about race? Next time, look closely at your audience faces. What do their expressions say? I hate seeing how people use words to build barriers between others. We are all just people. We all have desires. We all have hopes. And most importantly, we all have dreams. Louis Armstrong sang, "It's a wonderful world." It is a wonderful world, but it's filled with a mix of people. I can't change other people's hearts, but I can work on myself. But I won't be just regular me. I'll be the best me that I can be. And I hope that if I am the best me that I can be, and I encourage all the kids that I teach to be the best that they can be, and they teach their families and their friends to be the best that they can be, it will ripple throughout our whole society. I have a vision. My vision is very simply this. I believe that hashtag I matter. Hashtag you matter. Simple. I believe in unity, and I believe in healthy and varied and supportive communities. My vision will become a reality. Yeah, I'm cocky. I don't care. I say it with confidence because I believe it. You know, I don't say my dream is this, or I hope this will be, or I don't say I wish because I don't wish. If you don't believe that what you want can become a reality, you won't see it. If you don't try to be the change you want to see, it won't get started. People say, I wish the world was better, but I'll just keep doing the same. Oh, I just wish that everyone would just accept the gays. Oh, but don't come into my house. Oh, I wish we could save the oceans. But then you buy tuna that's caught in nets that are unethical. What's your action? What is your true intention? My vision will become a reality, but how? What do you think? Well, I think that first we have to all say no more dreams, no more illusions, It's time for change.